what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So earlier today in the headlines, SEGA showed off something pretty important that's going to be coming up on September 27th. We're going to be getting a new support SG scratch. And there's actually a lot of really good stuff inside the scratch. So I'm going to go over some of this info with y'all and just some of my thoughts about some things that you might want to do concerning preparing for it and whatnot too. So you can see here on the screen that the new support item scratch is going to be added on September 27th. So you got about 3 weeks from the time of making this video before it goes live. And you can see inside of the scratch, there's actually going to be a lot of really good augment capsules that we're going to be getting. It looks like the price of the scratch is going to be 50 star gems per draw. Now, we don't actually know for sure like what the count bonus is going to be and everything for like the bonus items when it comes to scratching on it, but you can see inside of the text there that they're going to give us Gladia Soul S capsule, which means you can pass Gladia Soul at 100% with just one capsule. And then the same thing with Gigas Maste S as well. You'll be able to pass that with 100% with one capsule too. And they're also mentioning that there's going to be some preset skill item protections. So when it comes to like adding fixes or increasing like your fixa levels and whatnot, that's actually going to be able to protect it. So like if y'all have tried to do that so far, it's a really, really low chance of passing. It's only like 10% chance of passing. So they're actually going to give us an item that's going to protect against that. So you'll keep your weapon and you'll be able to keep on trying to do rerolls for it. And they're also mentioning that there's going to be consumable items for enhancing preset skills too. Now, one of the really big ones concerning this too is you can see with the frequency bonus, they're going to give a preset skill enhance rate of 100% with a scratch count bonus. Now, we don't know exactly for sure what the scratch bonus is going to be. We don't know like how many times you're going to have to scratch to get this. I would imagine it's probably going to be really expensive. It's probably going to be like 40 or 80 pulls or something ridiculous. Probably is more likely the case. Hopefully it's not 120 or something like that, because star gems are pretty expensive. If you actually go to purchase those, they cost a lot of money, but there is a lot of free ways that you can get star gems in the game too. So if you wasn't aware, you can actually get star gems from doing like lookbook likes every day. You can get like a little bit from that. You can also get star gems from doing some weekly trades and stuff too, like your alliance badges will give you some star gems. You can also get star gems from doing your Arch record badge trades, from doing Arch record badges per week. So you want to make sure that you try to hit all these things, all these different little rankings and stuff, and try to trade it for your weekly star gems. It's very important. Now you can also get a hold of some weekly star gems via clearing Dark Ball Soulless weekly, and that gives 20 star gems from that one. Okay, so up next we'll go ahead and start mentioning some base PSO2 star gems that you can get weekly as well, and that's going to be from the Buster Metal trade as well as the Casino star gem trade. Now, something else that you can do to get a hold of star gems is actually back in base PSO2. Base PSO2 has a couple of weekly trades you can do too. There's a casino trade that you can do in base PSO2, which gives a lot of star gems, and you can do that per week. And it's actually per ship as well. So if you have a character on all 4 ships, you can trade in for your star gems on all 4 ships in the casino on base PSO2, which is something I strongly suggest everybody to do. I think base PSO2 is a great way of getting star gems. And there's also an alliance trigger that you can buy in the alliance shop. It's called Cradle of Darkness, which you can run with other alliance mates or friends or whatever. And you can actually get Buster medals inside of Cradle of Darkness now, and you can trade in for 100 star gems weekly from doing that too. And it's just a drop inside of the quest. So that's definitely something to consider as well. So you can stock up on all these star gems and try to get these enhancement gear things. So you can see here we are in base PSO2. Now base PSO2 is a separate download from NGS, so you do need to download it separately. It's just a separate DLC. It's free. It is quite large though. It's 70 gigabytes, but I would suggest y'all having this. Now upon your first time logging into base PSO2, it's going to put you here in the ARC ship lobby area. And if you run over here to the right, there's a title keeper right here. Now these titles actually clear in NGS sometimes too, but you have to come to base PSO2 to actually claim the ones from here, like lookbook titles and stuff like that. I believe they carry over between both games. But if we was to look here at the title keeper, I'm going to go ahead and just go to quest, and we'll go ahead and just run down here towards the bottom. There's tons of quests in here that you can get like star gems from and stuff. And some of this that I'm going to show y'all right here is just like the story mode. You can see like all these story quests, like episode 1 through 3. Look at all these different like star gems I got for completing different story modes. There's actually a couple of them here that I didn't even complete all the way with an S rank. All you have to do is get an S rank on these to get the star gem rewards. So there's a ton of star gems right here that you can get. And you can see there's a whole other set for episode 4. And then there was also another set for episode 5. And as well, there's another set for episode 6. So there's just like tons and tons and tons of star gems. If y'all have never played the story mode in base, definitely would suggest doing this if you want to get a hold of some star gems. And you can use the star gems in NGS. And there's all sorts of like other things through here that you can look through the title counter that you'll be able to get like star gems and just various rewards for them. So some of this stuff will be probably pretty easy. There's also like some quest stuff for like the casino and whatnot, like I mentioned before. There's like some chatting titles, all sorts of different little titles that you can do in base PSO2 that's going to help benefit you in NGS. Now, when it comes to these boosters for the preset skill enhanced success rate 100%, I would definitely suggest people, if you do go to get a hold of this, I would suggest you to like save it and use it on something special. Don't use it on like a level 1 to level 2 like verse weapon or something, you know. Try to use, assuming that there's going to be other boosters inside the scratch and protection items and whatnot, you know, I would suggest trying to use the 100% booster for like something special, like going from like level 4 to level 5, or maybe like level 3 to level 4 perhaps, or something. Somewhere around there would be the sweet spot. It would definitely feel like a waste if you just used it to take something from level 1 to level 2, right? But that's going to add a lot of damage to players when it comes, especially when it comes to your verse weapons, because your verse weapons, if you have Termia on it and it gets all the way up to Termia 5, that's actually an extremely powerful weapon. And not to mention for like people who have like Tissas or something like that, if you have a weapon that's worth like hundreds of millions of Maseta and you're going off and making your Fixa enhancement rate being 100%, that's extremely good. Now, I'm sure in the future we're probably actually going to have like some other type of rare weapon coming from like the new urgent quest coming up in October, or maybe like in December when the new ultra hard quest that's kind of like Darkfall Soulless rolls around. I'm sure there's probably going to be some sort of new weapons coming, so myself personally, I'm just going to save some of these boosters for that. I think that'll be really smart. And that's something I would suggest you all to do too. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the video. I just wanted to make a quick little mention of this because I thought this was a really cool little highlight of the headline today, and I just wanted to kind of like spread some awareness of it, that way so y'all can prepare a little bit, try to get a hold of your weekly trades for your star gems. It's always super important to get a hold of those, you know, so just make sure you stock up some for when the September rolls around. And as well, make sure if you do scratch on it, you don't just waste your boosters and stuff. You know, I would treat them very prestigiously. I would use them on some very, very special gear. Don't just toss them around at something like low end, you know. So that's going to wrap it up for the video. I'm curious, what do you all think of the SG support scratch being revealed today? Are you excited to finally have Fixa boosters? Let me know down in the comments below. Speaking of which, likes, comments, and subscribing is a free way that you can help my channel grow, reaching a larger audience. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.